Good morning. We got a podcast for you today, like we basically do every Saturday, don't we?
Yes.
So, JJ, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
And what do we got today?
Well, first off, we're talking about a hypothetical WWE draft, which definitely won't be hypothetical. I mean, there will be a draft.
It's going to be a hypothetical real draft that we're going to conduct for ourselves. And it's not going to be a draft either.
No.
But it's going to be a hypothetical real shuffling of the rosters in whichever order in basically whichever way pleases us right now.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
We're also probably not going to come up with like one concrete roster for each brand afterwards, but just like throwing around ideas.
Stuff is not going to make sense, but we're going to look at matchups that we want to see at some point and stuff that we don't want to see anymore.
Yeah, and superstars could really use, I don't know, a shake-up.
Yeah, that's what they call it, Superstar Shake-Up.
That's what they called it last time.
Yeah, the Superstar Shake-Up, because then it didn't do a full redraft, but the Superstar Shake-Up.
They never did a full redraft, though.
No, I don't think they ever will.
They always do like those random drafts when they have like a match and then the winner team gets draft pick, and then they have like the thing which like shows all kinds of faces before it lands on one. Right. Like the scream, which is totally not fake.
Totally not. They should do it. Maybe they should do it like in real pro sports, where it's like all the people that come up from NXT, like they have an annual NXT draft.
Yeah.
Like for example, like the pros in basketball, football, whatever, they draft all the college players once a year, right?
Yeah, but that would have two problems. First of all,
no more surprises.
You couldn't really do a lot of surprise call-ups because you need the people for the draft. And second of all, you're not actually shaking up the rosters that much.
No, you're just adding. But you could still have trading in between. Just make it like pro sports. Like have a trading deadline and all. Like up until 2 months before Mania is a trading deadline. And then it opens up again, like after Mania, something like that. And during that time, people could just make trades.
Not sure if it really works that well with a thing that goes on like weekly. Over the entire year, because most sports have a season and then the trading is in between seasons, right?
Yeah, they'll have a trading deadline that ends somewhere halfway through the season, basically.
Oh, yeah.
So the NBA trading deadline literally just hit a few weeks back. And still a lot of stuff happened on like the last days. And I believe in the NFL it's like the 8th or 9th week of the season.
Okay.
So that's like a thing they could do. And just have the NXT guy, like all the NXT guys in the draft, just pick them one by one, basically.
Yeah.
The order, like, determine whatever we want. But they're probably not going to do that because it doesn't allow for the surprise, call-ups and all that.
Also, generally speaking, you don't want to have any concrete rules in wrestling.
That's true.
Because if you're setting up rules, people will call you out if you break them. Yes. If you're keeping shit vague, you can do whatever you want.
That's what I always do.
Exactly.
Right? It's like sometimes this is a thing and sometimes it's just not. With the refs, or anything basically.
Yeah, like there's some match types which just differ every time. It's like, oh yeah, tag team triple threat.
Yeah. Works
differently every single time they do.
How many people can be in the ring at the same time? That type of stuff.
It's usually 2 or 3, right?
It's 2 or 3. Is there one member from every team?
It's either that or there's 2 people and you can tag in anyone.
Yeah.
Which is, I believe, how technically the rules would work.
But that's also tough because then people would have to like run around outside the ring standing in different corners. Or can you tag in any corner too now?
You can tag in any corner, yeah.
You can tag in any corner?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because in usual tag match, they got to tag ropes in one corner.
Yeah, but it's wrestling, right?
It's wrestling, exactly. Oh, the rules are never laid out. That specifically is the thing. Because, for example, also the Rumble match with the people who haven't entered, like the Curtis Axel thing.
Yeah.
How is that Rumble match concluded if he hasn't entered? Technically, he shouldn't be. Or this year with Ty, when Zayn beat him down and entered for him. Ty still didn't enter the match, so the match shouldn't be over at the end.
Yeah, they could be like, oh yeah, if your number is called and you're not entering the ring within X amount of time.
Yeah.
But, as if they were actually ever going to specify it, because that leaves them less room for storytelling.
which could be a problem, but doesn't have to be.
I don't know.
Looking at WWE less as a sport and more of less of sport and more entertainment, even though it being sports entertainment, it totally works.
Yeah.
So, what do you got? You got a concrete idea?
Well, first of all, generally speaking, putting people in the Cruiserweight Division makes sense if they are not doing anything on the main roster.
That's true. And if they're under 205 pounds.
Yes, that is kind of a requirement.
We did look at some stats before this.
But to be fair, as long as you're under 220, WWE lies about their stats anyways.
No one really care. Like the Buddy Murphy thing.
Yeah, come on.
They're all pushing at the moment, oh, Buddy Murphy's looking to... First of all, they called it the grandest stage of them all. And then it's like, oh, he's looking to make an impact on the grandest stage of them all. 205 Live. Like, that's a lie. And also, he's like 225 or something like that.
Yeah.
He's 20 pounds over the limit.
It's like, dude, really?
But not that really matters. Now, most of the guys in the 205 Live and the Cruiserweight division are shorter. They're under 6 feet. So most of these guys are like 5'8" and stuff. Because that's really the only way that an athlete is under 200 pounds.
Yeah.
So because look at like the guys, Sami Zayn, Kofi, all these guys are like in between 210, 220, 225 in that range somewhere. Not that they wouldn't get away with that because they don't have to be a regular weigh-in like with a boxing match, right? It's like, oh yeah, we can declare you to be 205 and you're not 205.
Sometimes they actually mention like, oh yeah, weighed in like today at this, like when they want to. Yeah. They did that for the Cruiserweight tournament, I believe. They did like, oh yeah, we weighed these people right before the matches, basically.
Maybe they did.
And they also, I think they did it for like some of the bigger fights, like, oh yeah, Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman, and then they were like, oh yeah, weighed in today at...
They did that before, yeah.
Just to hype it up a bit.
Maybe they did that, but that's just to create the more, like, the fight type feel, right? Yeah, because they do that for actual combat sports. They need to do that before the match. And that's, like, they wouldn't do that WWE specifically because it's really unhealthy the way they have to do it. Because people will dehydrate themselves and everything just to weigh in at, like, as little as possible to just get under that benchmark. Because usually they're like a few pounds heavier than their category.
Okay.
So that's like, for example, boxers, right? Say they're I don't even know the exact weight classes, but say there was one at 200 pounds, right? So the below 200 pounds, most of those guys will on any other day but the morning of the weigh-in be between 210 and 220 pounds. And then they'll just, the days before, they won't eat, they won't drink water, they'll do nothing. And they'll just, on the morning before, they'll go on the treadmill for 2-3 hours, just sweat all they can, just to lose as much weight as humanly possible, which absolutely isn't healthy. And then before the fight starts, they need to regain all that stuff. So they need to rehydrate themselves and start consuming calories again. So that's kind of what they do.
That does not sound healthy.
It's a bit like models, probably. Like starve themselves, all that. It's not a good
idea. But I'm pretty sure those just starve themselves in general.
All day. Like all year, basically, right? Yeah. Because they're not supposed to look like humans. They just look like hangers that can move.
Yeah, I never understood that.
It's a weird industry. Anyway.
We haven't talked about a single person moving over yet.
We have not, but we got a screen up right now. And there's actually two people who I want to see feud again. Can you guess who those people are?
Well, you want to see two people?
Two of those people.
Of like literally the first 12 people that come up on SmackDown Live.
Exactly. I want to see feud again. Who is those two people? Can you guess? It's neither
Byron Saxton and Corey Graves.
They do technically, don't they? I mean, if they're together, a commentary is like that basically is no. Jericho and Styles.
Yeah, that makes actually way more sense. Yeah, I know.
Because
I was just joking, man.
Because Styles first feud in WWE, and correct me if I'm wrong, was Jericho.
That sounds right.
And Jericho won that match at Mania.
Was it right after Jericho? Was it shortly after Jericho came back, or was that no? It was a bit later.
It was a bit later. Styles debuted at the Rumble.
Yes, and we all got to see Roman Reigns' face.
Exactly, and then they built it up for a few months, and then they had a match at Mania, and Jericho won it.
Right, yeah.
And after that, Styles went on to this whole fiasco with Roman Reigns for 5 months.
Oh,
where it was like Usos, Club versus Usos, Club and Styles versus the Usos and Roman. You know, Carl Anderson versus Roman, Jimmy Uso versus AJ.
Like, seriously.
Every week. Raw and SmackDown too, because it was before the brand split.
They should have never done the whole club thing. Not with AJ. Because
Balor, right?
Balor, that works, kind of. But like for AJ, it's always been a thing. And like even in New Japan, he was like, oh, I don't need their help, so I'm just going to fight fair anyways.
Yeah, because AJ is the best guy, like the best performer in the company. Like, let him perform by himself.
Also, while we're talking about AJ, we're not moving him.
No, SmackDown's the better brand. It's a house that AJ Styles built. We're never moving him. He's supposed to be a SmackDown legend. He's never supposed to be on Raw. I don't care what Vince says.
Also, if we want to be cheeky, we can do the WWE thing where we're moving John Cena around all the time. Like during the draft, like as the first pick and as the last one.
I mean, I'll totally take Cena and Styles again.
Talking about that, that's one of the things that I thought was kind of important. Assign Cena to a brand, goddammit.
But you just said we're gonna move him around for the sake of creativity.
I meant like the thing which I did for the draft where he was literally picked by both brands.
Yes.
Because I think, what was it, like Raw picked him and then SmackDown got him back later in the draft or something like that.
Or the other way around.
So it was like, he wasn't the opposing brand for like an hour.
Yeah. See,
because draft logic.
See, the thing is though, Cena, like the laws of the mortal plane do not apply to John Cena. Right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. And can you imagine that in 10 years that's gonna be Roman?
Oh God.
And I don't know if it's gonna be because if for that to work, you need to have a special type of character, right? Cena can do that. He can pull it off.
Yeah.
Right? Roman could probably not pull it off.
Just turn him heel, put him on SmackDown.
They're not gonna turn him heel before he wins the title at Mania. Well, put Roman on SmackDown too as a heel.
I don't know.
To face AJ. Do the whole feud, but turn around and better, and AJ actually wins in the end.
I mean, so here's the thing, right? Turning Roman heel is the only logical thing you can do. Putting him on SmackDown feels like it would help him because it's new and exciting that Roman is on SmackDown.
But he's the face of the company,
so it gets some.
He needs to be on the A show, Triple H. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Vince lives in the 1950s. There's nothing you can do about that.
One thing they could definitely do again, which of course I'm not sure if they want to do it every time, but switch the secondary titles around again.
Alright. Maybe you could do that at basically any crossover pay-per-view. Right?
Yeah.
You could either have like a tournament, like a Battle Royal type thing, or just do it across like, someone from that brand's gonna challenge for your title because you had a feud started with them and I don't know, at the Rumble or something.
So I feel like the US title would make sense on Raw.
Right.
Because of the whole open challenge thing.
Yeah.
Raw is just a longer show, so they have more time to slot that in.
Yes.
There is overall a bigger roster on Raw, and with all the cruiserweights being there, that would give an opportunity to showcase some of those in the open challenge.
It's true.
They're not going to win it, but they can show off their moves.
Then again, you probably want to move. Well, some people you want to always keep around. You basically want to always keep John Cena around the US title, and you always want to keep The Miz around the IC title.
Yeah. Right.
So that's like two things that you wanna always coordinate that way. Now Bobby Roode is currently the US champion, but AJ did the thing with the open challenge.
Yeah.
Cena did it, and I think Owens did it, but he had very specific restrictions.
Yes,
it's like it can only be the man can now weigh more than 200 pounds or something like that.
He wanted what was the bull's name?
Was it Ellsworth?
No, the bull from Los Matadores. What is his name? El Torito.
Oh, right.
But he got Neville. Who almost won.
Yeah,
he only lost because of a rope break.
That's true. So he was basically like specifying the qualifications to the point where he could pick exactly who he's facing.
I think like whoever was interviewing him at Alpha was like, "So you want to face El Torito?" And he's like, "Right." And then they actually played Los Matadores theme for like a second, and then they switched to the Neville one. It was great.
Yeah. Speaking of Neville, man,
is he still in WWE? Is that a thing?
He's still listed. And I was expecting, maybe not expecting, but kind of expecting and hoping, at least considering a return at the Rumble. Kind of like Ziggler, you know. That could have been Neville. But the thing is his future with 205 Live or the Cruiserweight Division?
Well, so there's two ways you can look at this. Either 205 Live is doomed, so we want to pull our good guys out.
Yeah.
Like our good wrestlers out of there and into the main shows and just push whomever doesn't get any airtime anyways to 205 Live.
Exactly.
Or we want to actually get 205 Live to be a good show.
Yeah.
At which point we want to keep our good cruiserweights on 205 Live.
It seems to me that I have been doing the latter lately though, because they put Enzo, fair enough, but they put Hideo.
Yes.
You know,
Roderick Strong.
Yeah. So they maybe Rey Mysterio. They put basically all the luchadors right now.
They put one of the UK guys. Oh yeah, Mandros. Mandros is there now.
Yes. Mark Andrews.
Yes.
So they put some names. Of course, the problem is, or like an unfortunate situation, is that for some reason, always some of the biggest stars in 205 Live always just left. Like you had Austin Aries, gone. Had a great thing going with Neville. Enzo, gone. You know, Neville basically gone. So, whenever the show's building up something, it's done again.
Also, talking about the Cruiserweight Division.
I want Naomi in the Cruiserweight Division.
There is one important number, and that is 205. Mm-hmm. But I want there to be another important number, and that is 10.
You want Ty in there.
He's not doing shit.
You want Ty. He would have almost been in the Rumble.
Yeah, but he's not, like, let's face it, he's not doing shit,
he's
right?
Not.
And he's actually great.
Yeah.
And I feel like he could go over in the Cruiserweight Division.
The thing is,
he's not going to go over on the main roster.
What's happening to Ty right now, since 2 years ago, has to me become known as the Apollo Crews syndrome. Also,
Bayley's doing the same thing.
Bayley's also doing the same thing. Yeah, she's also suffering from the Apollo Crews syndrome.
I think the first people to do it was the Ascension.
Or Bo Dallas even.
Oh, yeah. Like, people that were great in NXT and then just never got back to where they were on their main roster.
The Dallas disease.
Yeah, that sounds like you're tying it to a place, not to a person, but yeah.
The Bo Dallas disease. Let's just call it the Bo Dallas syndrome for now.
Sure.
And then we have Bayley, we have Apollo, we have kind of Ty Dillinger suffering from that too.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of people. I mean, the Revival.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people. You're not good at doing that, by the way. And I'm not gonna start auto-tuning your audio just because you sound weird.
I just have a way too wrong pitch for that. Way too high.
Your voice is awful.
I know.
In general, why are you doing the YouTube thing? You probably should just stop doing the voice and audio thing and just get behind the computer and just do all the editing, all the animation, all the footage. That would be our way to success. You know what I'm saying?
So
you're not
trading me over to the editing team.
You're not the front guy. I'm trading because I am the editing team already. Right? Is the problem? We only have 7 people currently working for this company. Fun fact, right? we got the 2 of us. We got Christine in the next room. How you doing, Christine? By the way, good job as always. I didn't mention her in a while, did we? Like, it's been. I think the last time we mentioned Christine was. I remember that too. Remember what video that was?
I think it was also a podcast, wasn't it?
It was Borderlands 2. It was Borderlands the second video, I believe.
Also, don't say Borderlands 2 because that's the name of a game. It was Tales from Borderlands Episode 2.
It was okay. It's Episode 2, whatever. I don't give a rip. But that's the last time we mentioned it. So shout out. We will get to more shout outs in the end of the podcast. Second topic. We were talking WWE though, and the other 5 staff members would like to remain anonymous. So I respect that. I respect that totally. They're not that important anyway. For the on-screen stuff. So, you got another idea?
We've traded one person so far.
Yeah. I mean, we're not supposed to trade everyone around, but like create matchups that we want to see. So maybe like got something in the tag division?
I mean, I feel like we've seen enough New Day Usos.
Even though, yes.
The matchup. Not the individual people, but the matchup.
Even though it's great.
Yeah.
Specifically because the Usos are great. I mean, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
The Usos are awesome. So who you want to see the Usos face, though?
How about the Revival?
Oh, okay.
I'm at this point, I'm not considering the Hardys for the tag division that much.
Yeah, but that would be great. Like they could have some ladder matches for history books, man.
As a matter of fact, if the Hardys are not doing tag team stuff, keep Matt on Raw, put Jeff on SmackDown.
Split them?
Yeah.
Maybe someone on 205 Live even. I mean, I know that Jeff is like 20 pounds over, but you could bill him that way totally.
Yeah.
It's a waste. Like, I mean, of course it's a waste.
At this point it's a waste, but only because 205 Live isn't that great.
Yeah.
If you put him on there, maybe it will become great. That's always the question. Greater. It's a risk always putting someone on 205 Live.
That's just generally the dilemma, right? Do you put a good worker in charge of a bad like company? Will it make the company better or the worker useless?
I feel like with 205 Live, it's usually the latter. Sadly.
Well, I mean, come on. Remember the Neville and Austin Aries days? I mean, it was the 2 people who carried the whole thing.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good. They had some amazing matches. You can't deny that. I kind of want to see Byron wrestle again.
Okay.
I mean, why not?
Sure.
If
we're moving New Day and Usos apart, it makes sense to put the New Day on Raw again. And then we need to pull someone from Raw. We said we threw some ideas around. Is there any good face tag teams on Raw? That's the question, really, isn't it?
I mean, Sheamus and Cesaro aren't really faces.
No, they're clearly heels.
Even though they're cool.
Also, aren't they the champions right now?
Yeah, even though they're pretty cool. I mean, Enzo and Cass broke up. We know that.
Yeah.
I mean, Ambrose and Rollins, but Ambrose is donezo for a while.
Also, yes, they are a tag team, but then again...
Technically. But you don't know for how much longer that's actually going to be the case. Got Carl Anderson and the man Luke Gallows.
I kind of want to keep the entire Balor Club thing on Raw. Because we want to keep AJ on SmackDown, and I kind of don't want them to be on the same brand because of the thing where it inevitably is gonna evolve into the thing where it's like, oh, they're now all teaming up again. Yeah. And
the same thing could happen to the Wyatt family. Even though I just noticed that they're still listing Paige on the roster, and it gives me mild headaches. Like, I had hopes, but yeah.
You could put you could put Titus Worldwide on SmackDown
and lift them up a little bit.
Because
I'm not opposed to it.
Because on SmackDown they would probably get a bit of a higher slot.
Yeah.
You know, put the entire group there.
Like Titus and Apollo would be a nice tag team.
And then you could have them challenge the Usos, for example.
I can see that. Though I
don't think they're gonna win, but
I could also see them keep them around, and when New Day moves over, have them face them, and then have them go over, turn New Day heel, Turn Titus heel if you want to. I don't care. Just have those guys go over the New Day.
Yeah.
Bury them while you're at it. You know,
like alive.
Alive. Like have a buried alive match. If you were so to desire. One other thing that I was gonna bring up was
hey, John Cena says it on Raw.
Yeah. Have like one of the have both brands maybe have a tournament or just randomly pick their like biggest, strongest, whatever guy. So it could be Braun versus Corbin or something like that. Some matchup like that. Like some behemoth matchup. Because why not, right? You could have
but all the big guys are on Raw except for Corbin, who, while tall, is not really like one of those big fat guys. It's like, I mean, just look at that list going through. It's like Braun, Big Show,
Big Cass, Brock.
Yeah, it's like, dude.
Yeah.
Kane. Yeah.
Yeah. Mark Henry's listed. That's true.
Luke Gallows.
Is the Undertaker listed as Rhino, the Samoa Joe? Man, I only just now noticed that. Wow, they got all the big guys on Raw. That's insane.
Put Heath in the Cruiserweight Division.
Heath Slater. Heath Slater got keys, man. He needs this job.
Elias on SmackDown probably works better.
Feuding with Aiden English?
With Aiden English or... Wait, isn't Aiden on...
Having a song off?
Aren't they both on Raw right now? Wait, oh no, Aiden is on SmackDown. Yeah,
Aiden is with Rusev.
My bad.
Remember Rusev Day?
Yes.
You could have Rusev Day... you have Rusev Day face the New Day, and it's like a date type joke pun. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what
New
you're
Day
saying.
versus the Rusev Day. Who do you root for?
I suppose Rusev Day.
Just because of Aiden, right?
Yeah, but I was about to say because Aiden is very entertaining.
Aiden is... I mean, I like Aiden. Heath Slater needs more spotlight. I would agree with that.
I mean, I like trading Elias and Miz over to SmackDown and putting Bobby on Raw.
Yeah. Put the IC title back on SmackDown?
Yeah. I feel like with the whole US Open Challenge thing, it makes more sense for Raw because, as I said, there's more time, there's more people, and that allows you to get some spotlight on the Cruiserweight division by having every now and again a Cruiserweight challenge.
Yeah, I can see that. One more thing, I'm looking at this right now, so this came to mind. If you're really looking to push 205 Live, my man Balor, he's ready.
Of course.
He's ready.
But that's one of those things where it's like, I don't want to risk Balor's career over 205 Live.
It's just like, it's Balor against, what? Tony Nese.
Yeah.
You know, no. That's the types of dudes he used to squash when he came back from injury, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, Finn Balor's back from that shoulder injury, let's have him squash some people. So, that would...
It's basically Hideo, Ray if he is there actually, and...
So if you really want to push
there was
up...
one more. I think there was one more, but yeah.
One really good one?
Oh yeah, Neville.
Neville, yeah.
There's like 3 people he could actually reasonably challenge.
Yeah. So if you really want to push that up, bring some more people. Bring like go through the list and pick everyone you don't need.
Also, of course, one thing that we didn't mention yet at all, which seems kind of important, NXT call-ups.
All right.
I'm not sure if they're gonna do it so soon, but Adam Cole, he's an experienced guy.
He was in the Rumble. Totally wasn't a Rumble.
Yeah, but he's not officially called up.
That's true.
So, I think he could work on either brand.
Adam Cole could work probably anything. What's his weight? Look that up real quick. Oh, this is 205 Live status. Is he too big for that? He's 210. That could work.
Interestingly enough, they're not giving a height on the WWE website.
They're not.
Which is odd because they're doing it for literally everyone.
Except Adam, apparently. Maybe they do it in the NXT. I don't know. That could work. They could totally put him on 205 Live. Because if you're going to do that and put some names, like put Adam, give me Finn, give me Heath Slater if you want to. Give me some people that I can really care about and watch that type of stuff. Right? I'm not going to say like put AJ and all that, but put some people. So NXT...
Andrade Cien Almas.
He's currently the champ. He's going to probably be that. Maybe he's going to drop it before Mania.
Yeah.
He might drop the title before Mania and then...
Also, he could totally be in the Cruiserweight division.
Yeah.
He has the style to do it, the wrestling style.
That's true.
He is probably in the like height and weight category to make that work.
Probably.
I mean...
Give me the Authors of Pain, too.
In the Cruiserweight Division?
No. Yeah, sure. Almas is 210 pounds.
5'9", that totally works.
Listed as such. That absolutely works. Well, it's believable. No, but call them up. Like the Authors of Pain.
Yeah.
No, they're no longer champs. Just give me these guys.
You were asking who was going to face the Usos.
Oh. Yeah.
Authors of Pain work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what's currently
Ono.
the status on what they call like TM61.
Yeah.
Nick Miller and Shane Thorne. Those guys could come up to the Cruiserweight Division.
They could. I could. How about this one, man? The Authors of Pain versus the Bludgeon Brothers. How about that one?
If the Authors of Pain don't stomp them, that's instantly gonna make them drop to the bottom of the card.
Of course, but they not. Of course, they're gonna beat him. But have Paul Ellering, make this a big deal. Like, bring the Authors in and have Paul Ellering be assume kind of almost like an Eric Bischoff type role.
Okay.
You know, have him be the evil bastard genius mastermind who basically manipulates the whole show. Like, who gains influence and all that stuff. He has his 2 big goons with him all the time.
Yeah.
Because I like Paul Ellering, man. He could be on my list of underrated things to shout out, but he's not. Which is going to be the second topic of this podcast, by the way. Stay tuned.
I'm not sure if he would actually do that schedule, though.
That's true.
They're weekly traveling and wrestling type schedule.
If he does it, I mean, give me that guy.
Because currently he's in NXT once a month for the tapings.
Yeah. I like him.
That's a very chill job. He doesn't have to travel at all. He has to work once a month.
Yeah. Totally like the guy.
Yeah. Again, I'm not sure if that would work just because of schedules.
Scroll down a little bit more. See what else we got.
I mean, we got Gargano and Ciampa.
Cassius Ohno would always be ready for the main roster.
The problem with Gargano and Ciampa is that they are currently feuding.
Yeah. They're not going to get... I don't think they're going to put them back together and then bring them up.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're probably not going to pull them up to the main roster and keep the feud going with people that are not watching NXT, not understanding what it's all about.
That's not a great idea.
So it has to play out first.
Maybe put them in different brands. Do the Owens and Zayn type thing.
Yeah, but I would say finish the feud before you pull them up.
Yeah, of course. The NXT thing gotta be... So that might end before Mania too. Sanity.
They've been on NXT.
A lot of stuff is gonna change before... the NXT before Mania and that weekend, we're gonna see a lot more stuff. A lot of stuff unfold. Because that's always how it happens. That's when all the... the Raw after Mania is always when call-ups happen and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's Tyler Bate. He's great.
Yeah, but
around accidentally.
He's not going to be on any main shows because he's going to be in the UK a lot.
That's actually a shame because some of these guys are...
Yeah, but the UK guys, most of them are actually still wrestling in the UK on a regular basis.
But imagine, you could do some stuff with that.
I mean...
Pete Dunne versus AJ Styles.
There is some people in NXT where it's they've been so long on the indies, they probably could just go to main straight away.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Leo Rush here. I'm actually not seeing Ricochet right now.
I'm seeing some No Way Jose.
He's been in NXT for ages.
Forever. I don't know if they're just gonna keep him there, man. He's jumped multiple classes already. They might just keep him there. And Aleister Black, your boy.
Yeah, but Aleister Black, I feel like he still has an NXT title run ahead of him before he goes up.
Probably. Maybe he'll get it this year at some point.
I mean, he could be the one to take it from CN, so that CN can go up to the main roster to Raw/205 Live.
205 Live looks good for CN. I can see that. Black with a title, possible, but he'd also do well without because he's a showman. So he could probably perform without.
They could do the thing where he actually wins the US Open Challenge. That's
Black?
CN.
Once
he's been on 205 Live for a few months, 2 or 3 months, he wins the Open Challenge.
He's a guy to me who stays in 205 Live.
No, he wins the Open Challenge, still wrestles in 205 Live. Right. Not necessarily defending the title on the show, but wrestling on 205 Live. And then he 2 or 3 weeks later on the pay-per-view he loses his rematch. Just to give some extra spotlight to 205 Live. They actually have the US belt on the show now, on the weekly basis for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Have him walk in there.
Yeah, just, he has a match every week. Not a title match, but he has a match every week.
I can totally see it. Alright, it's been going on for a while. Should we go into the halftime show?
I suppose so.
Let's do that. So let us know what you think about our ideas. If you got some interesting feuds, matchups that you want to debate or just throw out there, let us know what you think. We'll talk about it. We'll react to your comments. Not react to them on the air, but we will answer you. So, yes. What's the halftime show? Explain what we got.
The halftime show, I believe, is supposed to be funny. Not sure if it's gonna be.
It's supposed to be a bad joke telling type thing. Where we exchange jokes, like 2-line puns type thing, and whoever laughs first loses.
I'm probably gonna run through my list before you laugh.
That's the whole idea. Well, that's not the whole idea. If no one laughs, that just means we're pretty good. I've watched a lot of videos about this. Like, it's like, like look how this works, and that people typically laugh pretty early on. But that's also because they create a funny atmosphere. So that's what we're doing right now. Would you like me to start, JJ?
Sure.
All right, JJ, and let me know what you think about these jokes. By the way. Some of them you already know, but I put them anyway because they're some of my favorites.
Is the Buccaneer one in there?
That was gonna be the first one. I'm okay. You know what?
What does a pirate pay for?
I'm not gonna count this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. How much money does a pirate pay for corn?
A buccaneer.
A buccaneer. It's a good one. Okay, this one you also know because I told you recently. What did the buffalo say when his son left for college?
Bye, son.
Bye, son. All right, it's your turn anyway. I'm just gonna read them out anyway, even though that puts me at a disadvantage. Let me hear what you got.
Okay, this first one is probably the worst one on the list
That's
because
great.
you gotta start off with a bad one.
Yeah.
Can a kangaroo jump higher than a house?
Probably not.
Of course it can. Houses don't jump. It's not even a pun. It's just
All right. I'm not gonna laugh on that, but all right. You also know this one. What did the emos call their a cappella group?
I'm not sure if I've heard that one before, actually.
Self-harmony.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. You did tell me that before. I just forgot.
It's actually a pretty good one.
That's actually a good band name for like a punk rock band or something.
Self-harmony?
Yeah. I think I've told you that one before, not sure if you remember. Why did the nickel jump off the building when the dime did not?
Yeah, because the dime had more sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not that great. I know. All right. JJ, what's the difference between a snowman and a snow woman?
Snowballs.
Yeah, okay. Didn't know you knew that. I'm picking some of the ones that are pretty.
The problem
pretty
is,
famous.
we also both went to Google and searched for some extra ones.
This one I actually came up with, or I remember from somewhere.
Yeah, but it's like we also went to Google to find some extra ones to bulk out our list.
There might be some dupes.
Which means there is probably some overlap between the stuff we researched.
That's possible.
Like this one actually, I didn't put because I didn't think it was funny enough. Then again, I put other stuff that was less funny.
I didn't see it. I just put it before I even looked. All right, it's your turn.
How do you kill a circus?
I know that you go for the jugular.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You already told me that way back at some point.
Though, by the way, the nickel and dime one and the circus one are both from a comic and from the same comic, like the same page where Deadpool just
starts ripping jokes.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's
JJ,
just what he does.
What's colorful and smart?
I don't know.
A brainbow. A brainbow.
Okay.
Yeah. It's your turn. This is not going to turn out too well, I feel like.
What's green and fuzzy, and if it fell out of a tree, it could kill you?
Pool table.
Yes.
I know that. I've known that one for years, man. You got to do better than that. Why can't orphans play baseball?
I don't know.
Because they don't know where home is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a sports person.
All right.
I don't get it.
You know home plate? Home runs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they can never get to home plate.
Okay.
They don't know where home is.
Here's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back?
Stick.
Yeah, I thought you knew that, but
they call it a stick.
I also love how you're like half-assed laughing after every joke that you tell, and this one that I just told.
All right, hey, recently I entered a pun in a pun contest, hoping that one would win. No, actually enter 10 puns. 10 different ones, hoping that one would win. But no pun intended.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough.
That's tough. What you got?
How do you think the unthinkable?
I don't know.
With an iceberg.
Alright.
I thought that one was pretty good.
Alright. How do you find Will Smith in the snow?
You look for the Fresh Prince.
Shit! I thought I could get you with that, man.
I actually saw that one, but I didn't want to put it because I didn't know if you were going to get the reference.
Of course I know the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I'm just saying, generally speaking, you don't get references to movies and TV shows.
West Philadelphia, born and raised, man. I know that show in and out. Dude, all right. What's the next one?
Why did the snail paint an S on its car?
I don't know.
So its friends will say, "Look at this S car go."
Yeah, that's what snail
Insert
means.
PTSD right here.
That's what snail means in French. Yeah. You know what's the first rule of Alzheimer's Club? You do not talk about chess club.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought I might have gotten you with that.
Why don't oysters share their pearls?
I don't know.
Because they're shellfish.
Yeah, they are. What did the mother broom say to the baby broom?
I don't know.
It's time to go to sweep.
Okay.
Time to go to sweep.
Yeah, I get it, but yeah, no. Why did the hipster burn his tongue?
I don't know. Why did he?
Because he drank his coffee before it was cool.
Yeah. That's. I think there's a lot of those.
Yeah, normally they tell it with pizza, but I like coffee.
Something like that. Yeah, that's true. So you just made that up that way?
Yeah, I just
a variant. All right. What route do crazy people take on hikes?
I don't know.
The psychopath.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a tire and 365 used condoms?
A tire?
Yes.
I don't know.
One is a good year, and the other one is a great year.
All right. What do you call a haunted chicken?
No clue.
Poultrygeist.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
When there's two potatoes standing on the street corner, how can you tell which one's the prostitute?
I don't know.
The one with the sticker reading, Idaho.
Yeah. What do you call a guy at the end of a meal?
No clue.
Bill.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a wife and a job?
Wants more work, I guess.
The job still sucks after 6 months.
All right.
Actually, that was the last one on my list.
So the last one? I got like 2 more something. So basically, I win. We're good at this, by the way. What do you call a pig that does karate?
I don't know.
Pork chop.
Oh, yeah.
What do you call a fake noodle?
I don't know.
An imposter.
Oh, that actually makes sense.
What did the football coach say to the broken vending machine?
I don't know, but I'm probably not going to get it even if you say it.
Give me my quarterback.
Oh, no, I do get it.
Yeah. I think I
might have seen that before at some point as well.
I got one more. I hope I get you with this one because this one I really like. What do you call a snobbish criminal going down the stairs? A snobbish criminal going down the stairs.
I don't know.
A condescending.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually remember one that's on the list, which wasn't that great, but
that's all.
What do you music reference?
Yeah.
What do you call a cross between a potato, a penis, and a ship?
I don't know.
A dictatorship.
Dictatorship. All right.
Okay. Yeah. No.
No. Hey, we're good at this, man. We need to do this again at one point, but then put like more. Something like that.
You know how initially you wanted to do this till for like 3 rounds, like 3 times till someone laughs.
I was thinking we're gonna laugh more, but we're pretty damn good at this. Like judging from
I told you that in advance.
Judging from how bad people are at this on YouTube, man, we got potential. So yeah, I mean, we did pretty well.
Then again, the videos where they do that kind of stuff, they're usually more funny if the people actually laugh. Like if they actually did that for like half an hour while keeping a straight face through the whole thing,
yeah,
probably no one would care to watch a video. Like
they probably cut out like 3 or something jokes and then just cut to the one where they laugh.
Exactly, because that's in theory the most interesting part.
Yeah, of course.
Which, you know, kind of
let me know which one was your favorite, man, JJ. Which was the best one?
Oh god, it's so tough to remember all of them. That was probably one I was. I mean, the condescending was pretty good.
That's pretty damn good. Well, let me quickly look through the thing. I took pictures of most of them. That's what I call a screenshot. I mean, okay, Orphans Play Baseball. They Don't Know Home is pretty good. No Pun Intended is alright.
No Pun Intended.
Man, The Fresh Prince.
Yeah, it is alright.
Alzheimer's Club. You didn't react to that one at all.
Yeah, no.
Don't talk about Test Club.
What
Time to go to sleep.
What was it?
I like The Psychopath.
The doctor tells the patient, "You've got cancer and Alzheimer's," and the patient says, "Oh, at least I don't have cancer."
Exactly. I like The Psychopath. Poultrygeist. This one.
The Poultrygeist was good too.
Dude, what do you call a guy at the end of a meal? Bill.
No,
I like that a lot, man. I'm not gonna lie, I like that. Imposter is pretty alright. Yeah, that's probably the best ones I had. The Buccaneer is probably my favorite one of all time.
Yeah.
But the thing is, most people, like, you need to have some real understanding of both the language and the word Buccaneer to even get that. Because there's a lot of people who just flat out don't know what a Buccaneer is. Or that corn.
Never heard of a small-time Buccaneer, people?
Or the fact that corn is measured in ears. Right? So you need to know both those things to really get the joke. Which some people, like a lot of people don't. But that's the halftime show. Let me know what you think. What was your favorite joke? And tell us some in the comments. Maybe you got some that will actually make us laugh. And if you do, your comment will get a heart. Is that a thing? Is that a deal?
Sure.
Good. Alright, we got a fact of the week, right?
The thing is, if the challenge wasn't not to laugh, I might have laughed at some of those.
Yeah, me too.
But I feel like it's hard to force someone to laugh if they don't want to.
Apparently it's not. But I don't know. It's a lot. Like, I know that it's more about actually delivery than the stuff that you're saying.
Yeah, true.
That's actually a thing. The better you deliver it.
You know what's the most important thing about a joke?
No. The punchline? Setup? Silence? Silence, actually.
Timing.
Yeah.
You know, in that case, jokes that the timing's awful. So usually they do it, but it's like, oh, you know what's the best thing about a joke? Timing. It's like something that was like the instant.
Yeah, okay, fair.
But I was trying to go the other way around. I was like, oh yeah.
Should have said that in like 5 minutes when we were talking about it. It's completely off. Timing is what the most important thing. Timing the punchline correctly. Fact of the week.
Oh yeah, fact of the week. My fact of the week actually is about the fact that I picked my song of the week.
Oh man.
By reading through the list of songs, it wasn't on the CCR CD.
Mm-hmm.
But the song I'm picking is not actually the CCR version. There goes your fact of the week.
Alright.
I know this wasn't a great one, but...
Let me think. I heard it through the grapevine, but you're picking the Marvin Gaye version.
You'll see.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
it's not
the song. Right. Alright.
Again, it's not a great fact, but hey, it's a fact.
Right. The word astronaut roughly translated from the Greek means the sailor of the stars.
That's pretty
Astro,
cool.
stars, nautical, sailor type of thing.
Yes.
So it's basically derived from the Greek words for sailor and star.
I mean, makes sense.
It's a pretty cool fact.
That is pretty cool.
Second topic. What do we got? I already mentioned it.
Underrated stuff.
Underrated. Like stuff that is generally underrated. Basically, the premise that I gave JJ is when I came up with this is like anything that if you were talking to a huge crowd, you would want to give a shout out to. You had like limited time, a limited amount of things you can say. Stuff that you would want people to know about. Like draw attention to this because it deserves it.
You know what's actually surprisingly underrated?
Us.
That too. People. Share our videos.
Yeah.
I was gonna turn them on. No, but Air. Does anyone ever talk about Air?
No.
Couldn't live without it, man.
Yeah. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Totally undervalued.
Yeah. Oxygen. Pretty great.
Also, fresh air. Yes, exactly.
Fresh air. That's a Family Guy episode, but it's fresh air as in heritage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good episode. Okay, I'm gonna start off. Okay. Locks. Just every type of lock.
Okay.
Padlocks, key locks on your door, any type of locks on safes, on your front door, on your car.
I mean, if you wanna extend it a bit, you could also include like codes for a cell phone and shit, like lock codes or patterns.
You could basically put everything, but I was talking about the physical lock.
Yes.
Because that's like the big thing, right?
But I feel like the digital one is probably equally underrated.
Yeah.
Like passwords.
It allows you to keep stuff safe. Locks.
Yeah. Actually, one thing that is probably underrated and also somewhat underused is two-factor authentication.
Yeah.
It's a huge increase in security and barely anyone uses it. Whenever it's optional, people just don't use it.
Some things demand it to be used.
Yeah, but everything that doesn't, people don't use it.
Like, yeah.
And it's so much more secure.
Like when you're trading with money, like for example, when you're trading with Bitcoin, you need to. I got an app that you need to use that for, basically to just make transmissions.
Also, one quick thing about two-factor authentication. It only is safer than a single factor if both factors are actually safe.
Yes.
Which means SMS is not safe, which a lot of services use as a second factor.
Most of them.
Which means it's totally useless.
Exactly. But there's apps like Google Authenticator.
Yeah, but I'm saying that particular example, which a lot of cases use.
That's actually one that I can shout out. Google Authenticator is a good app. I usually don't promote Google stuff. It's a good app. Next one from... Oh, wait. Was it even one that you wanted to pick?
No, but I also have like 3 things written down. And so, yeah. Go on.
All right. You only put 3? Come on. The Red Hot Chili Peppers. The Red Hot Chili Peppers. Specifically underrated by the two of us. And that was another thing that I was thinking about that we should mention at some point. Generally, musicians that are underrated by us and that we don't give the credit to that we should, and that we don't talk about as much as we should.
The thing about the Peppers that I always feel is like they're somewhere close to the fringe of my musical tastes.
Really?
Because they have a lot of the stuff that's not quite...
But sometimes they just smack bang in the middle, aren't they? Like, I've come to enjoy some of those songs more and more lately, and they've probably, like... I'm pretty sure they would be in my top 15 bands right now.
Okay.
And they might even push for top 10 at some point. Because, like, I could say that my song of the week is a Pepper song. I'm not going to tell you which one. But it's actually my for real song of the week because I've been enjoying that for a while now. So yeah, the Red Hot Chili Peppers are generally underrated by us. I know they're pretty mainstream and popular on that stuff. Other things would be, for example, also Bob Dylan.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's another topic that we're going to do at some point. Just underrated stuff. Like stuff that we personally underrate in terms of music and all that.
Talking about music, I feel like, not necessarily by us, but by people in general. Country, yes, but I was going to say classic rock. I mean, a lot of our parents' generation, they listen to that stuff. Yeah. At least some of them do. But like our generation, No.
Well, the thing is, they don't exclusively do like us. But also the thing is, everybody knows Nirvana. Exactly. Everybody knows the Stones, AC/DC, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and a few songs.
But it's like, there's like a few songs in between all kinds of pop music.
Do they value it enough? No. And do they dilute their musical taste with bullcrap? Yeah.
Exactly. So.
And pop is not even a bad thing in that scenario.
Yeah, but like the modern pop music, it's all
you know that hip hop is the root of all evil.
Yes.
I'm not complaining about. The moment when I'm going to start complaining about pop music is when all hip hop has been eradicated from the surface of the world.
Which will never happen.
Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. Nuclear war. Alien invasions.
It's probably going to be like the one thing that survives like a cockroach.
Probably.
Yeah.
If only one song ever could survive. If we only had one song ever to survive post-civilization for aliens, fine. I
mean, generally speaking, you want that to be the number one song. Mm-hmm. Except if I don't know. I guess if it's a number one song, it would have to be one that you could listen to all day long. Just that one song.
You wanted the song to be meaningful.
Oh, you mean like that's what you mean.
I wouldn't want the Mighty Quinn, even though it's catchy, right?
Yeah.
Don't know. Like a Rolling Stone, American Pie, that type of thing. Stairway to Heaven. Really, that type of category,
Yeah.
Seems more reasonable for that. Extension cords. Extension cords are underrated.
Interestingly enough, when you said the word extension, I for some reason heard extinction, and I was like, wait, what?
Extinctions are also underrated. No, extension cords. Because they help you in all kinds of scenarios. There are scenarios where you would not survive without them.
I think he is trying to casually hint at the fact that the charger cable I gave him is a bit short.
That's not even what I was saying, but it is a bit short, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I need to bring my own one again. But no, man, extension cords. They're so good. Like, can you imagine anything like a concert, somewhat big barbecue, anything of that nature work without an extension cord?
Well, these days a lot of stuff can work wirelessly. Although interference is an issue, especially at stuff like concerts. If they were going to do everything wirelessly...
Well, they're going to charge a grill with that? Like wirelessly?
Oh, yeah, for electricity it doesn't really work
also wirelessly. Concerts.
Thank you, Tesla.
He
was working on that shit.
Yeah, true. Well, you said that like condescendingly. Thank you, Tesla. No.
Yeah, he never finished it.
Yeah.
Insane idiot.
He was pretty good. No, but like, here's the thing.
Nikola Tesla, underrated.
Underrated. That's well, yeah, but in the age of the internet, he is pretty highly rated these days. If we want to talk about underrated people in history, which is also another topic, but there is totally people there. Go to any event where there's more than 100, or let's say even more than 20 people present, and look down on the floor. There is gonna be extension cords taped up with some duct tape or something.
Yeah, it's like one for power, one for the sound, for the actual sound. Yeah.
Civilization culture wouldn't work without extension cords, man. Dude, can you imagine that every single device will have 100 feet of cord with it because there's no extension cords?
Also, the ones that have like multiple sockets in them, pretty great.
Yeah.
I mean, just looking around the room, there's like 3. Okay, one of them I can't actually see, but I know that it's there.
You mean the studio, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Got another one, or am I gonna do another one? Extension cords.
Let me
actually pull up your list. You know what? While you do that, people who work in A, slaughterhouses, or B, the sewers, or C, any type of dirty work the like. I wouldn't want to do it. You wouldn't want to do it. It's disgusting, but people need to do it.
Also, in that same vein, you could argue, like waiters and stuff like that.
It's not that disgusting though. Then you could argue any job that's uncomfortable. I don't like a factory job in the steel industry. It's tough. It's not comfortable to do it, but people need to do it. But that type of stuff, like that's for real. I wouldn't want to work in no sewer. I wouldn't want to climb down no sewer. I'll work on a construction side. I'll stand out in the highway at 100 degrees and at like negative 10 degrees. Doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter, but I'd still rather do that than work in the sewers. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yes, I do understand what you're saying.
All right.
Let's see. What do we have? Oh yeah. I was actually trying to go more for the useful stuff that like people actually underuse sometimes as well.
Yeah, that's cool.
And one thing is, you know how Steam is pretty great at selling games?
Yes.
And they have sales and stuff? There's a lot of sites that actually sell Steam keys.
Alright.
And they're cheaper than Steam itself. So some of them just work by buying them when they're on sale and then like selling them half a year later. For like...
The keys.
Yeah. Like, they buy them for like 75% off and then sell them for 50% off. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Others, like Humble Bundle, for example, they... Just because they donate to charity, they basically get their keys from Steam for free or from the publishers.
Alright.
Or at least somewhat cheaper, and then
they can sell it for cheaper.
Yeah. That kind of stuff. So, in general, third-party Steam key selling sites.
Underrated. If I were really into getting a lot of games, I would totally agree with that. I'm not really, but I can see how people can use that. Lyrics videos on very fast songs.
Yeah.
That way, you don't have to actually keep up with putting in the effort and listening to the same part of the song 5 times because it's so fast that it's really tough to understand what people are saying.
It doesn't even have to be lyric videos, just in general lyrics. Like, as like written down.
Lyrics being readily available to any song you could ever want on the internet. Lyric videos...
I mean, generally speaking, music being readily available on the internet.
Yeah. Lyric videos, probably even better because you can have the music running while reading what's going on. Because for some parts...
But that only works if they're well timed, which because usually it's fan made, sometimes they aren't.
Like for example, think about "It's the End of the World" by REM.
Yes.
That song you need to listen to like 20 times before you got the lyrics in. Because if you're not reading, because it's so fast. It's like, oh, what the fuck is he saying? Keeping up with that stuff, you know. Yeah. So for that, lyric videos, underrated. Thank you for your existence.
Also, thank you for the music.
Thank you for the music reference, JJ. Thank you for the music reference. That's our first record.
Oh, God.
Nice.
We are horrible people.
Awful. What do you got? Music reference. We gotta
keeps coming with the music reference.
We gotta stop now.
Tabletop RPGs. Dungeons & Dragons is becoming a bit more mainstream, but the genre in general is not that mainstream. And especially non-D&D stuff, because no one ever talks about it.
Alright.
I mean...
What's the difference anyway? You once told me that Dungeons & Dragons, when you're writing an adventure, you can basically make it whatever you want to.
Yes.
Why do you need something else?
So the rule systems are different, and also some of the rule systems for a lot of RPGs are meant to work specifically well for a particular setting. So, for example, you could run like a science fiction adventure in Dungeons & Dragons, but the whole system is set up for like a fantasy setting. Right. So we'd have to write custom classes, custom equipment, all that stuff. Right. So for that, you would want to play something that's more geared towards that, like, I don't know, Shadowrun. That also has magic, but it's futuristic. Never heard of it.
So basically,
you could run something generic like GURPS, then you would have to put in some extra work for the design for enemies and stuff if there's not a setting book.
Wait, why do you design those? Like, do you need to draw them up and all that?
When I say design the characters, I mean their statistics, not necessarily the looks.
The art. Okay, fair. But
there is a lot of systems out there, and then there's also the stuff where it's like, in Dungeons & Dragons, you roll 20-sided dice for a lot of important stuff. Mm-hmm. Then you have systems like GURPS, where you roll 3 6-sided dice, and you have to try to be under a value, and you have to try to be over.
Yeah.
Then there is dice pool systems like Shadowrun.
Oh, you're going full nerd right now. Just tell me why it's underrated.
Then
That's not the topic, man.
Like,
even though you really need to play that at some point with me, and then I still don't get it that much, but yeah.
Oh, I haven't told you yet. Let me just tell you that on the air.
I think you did.
We're playing that on my birthday.
Yeah, you told me that.
Okay,
you told me that.
So, anyways,
his birthday is like half a year away. By the way.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't even matter.
I had that idea that we could do that.
You're gonna invite all the idiots from college, aren't you?
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, come on, we'll be like...
I'll do it.
We'll be like 7 people.
Yeah, you invite all your friends. 7 people.
Wait. Yeah. Exactly.
Fair. Works for me, man. There's gonna be food, I'm good.
Yeah, there's gonna be food.
We good.
Not yet sure if we're ordering pizza or if we're making a barbecue, but... I mean,
you know what? That doesn't belong on the podcast.
No, it does not.
Pineapple pizza is underrated. That's not a thing.
It's disgusting.
It's great. That's not what I was getting at, though. Norm Macdonald is an underrated human being.
Who?
Norm Macdonald.
Never heard of her.
Potentially a top 3 comedian of all time.
Okay.
Dude is funny. You need to listen to this guy. He's got a unique way of telling stories and jokes and making them funny without exaggerating anything. He doesn't work with... Well, he does work with timing, but he works with intonation more than anything.
Okay.
And his jokes are so different from anything else. It's just you gotta listen to him. You know, I love Keith Alberstadt.
Yeah.
I love Louis C.K. and all that. These guys, but Norm Macdonald's pretty good.
These days, you can't say that you love Louis C.K. because there has been some stuff going on with like sexual assault and stuff.
I like his work.
I'm just saying.
You got me?
People are touchy about that stuff.
Good. So, yeah, these guys, Norm Macdonald, underrated individual, even though he's one of the most popular ones, but I'm going to call him out anyway. Also, speak of the devil, that's absolutely not related at all.
The devil is underrated, by the way.
Yeah, great guy. That moment, this is a very specific situation. That moment when you're rolling down the windows in your car and it's kind of the summertime and it's somewhat late in the afternoon and it's the perfect temperature when you roll down the windows. That's great. It's too warm if you don't, and at other times of year it's too cold if you do.
I hate that when it's like it's too warm if you don't, but it's too cold if you do.
Yeah, exactly. That time when it's like it's a perfect 72 degrees and you roll down both front windows of your car fully and the temperature is perfect.
Also, talking about cars, like all of the electronics that are in your car, you will learn to like them if you don't have them. You will totally ignore that they exist if you have them all the time. But like,
are you hinting at the fact that you have a trash car?
Well, I won't call it trash, but having to manually roll down the windows.
Yeah, I know what you're
having to lock and unlock every single door individually.
Even shifting for most people, for a lot of people, is
actually I prefer shifting over manual over
automatics. Really, dude?
Yeah.
Why?
It's just one of those feelings where it's one of those things where you feel more in control. I don't know. It doesn't make too much rational sense.
If you want to really exaggerate and race and all that stuff, yeah, sure, you need that. But like for cruising around, I don't like it. I wouldn't. I think it's more comfortable.
But yeah, like all of the stuff in your car, you will only learn how useful some of that is when you don't actually have it. That's
the case for a lot of stuff.
Of course.
Do you got something else written down?
No.
Let me check.
I'm mostly riffing on your points by expanding on them.
Documentaries on prison on National Geographic.
That's very specific.
Yes.
You gave a topic and a channel.
Yes. It doesn't have to be National Geographic, but it tends to be. Right? I recently watched a documentary, I'm pretty sure National Geographic, about the chain gang of Arizona State Prison or something like that. Entertaining.
I always find that fascinating when it's like late evening on the weekends, you're just zapping through TV and like the only things that are running that are like vaguely interesting are documentaries.
Yeah.
And you start watching a random documentary and it's actually kind of fascinating,
right? Like, and you think you learn a lot more about culture and law watching those things than you would think. Because it's actually educating.
Yeah.
Learn about jail. You might go there at one point.
No.
You never know.
But in general, like I actually like watching documentaries about certain historical periods sometimes.
Yeah.
There's always a lot of interesting stuff. For example, like Nazi Germany. Yeah. There's a lot more to it than you're getting taught. It's like, oh yeah,
of course.
Like, hey, the Nazis were bad. The war was from then to then.
Yeah.
and then Hitler killed himself.
That's basically all we know.
That's basically...
a lot of people get thought.
There's a lot of, like, really interesting points of, like,
that's true.
like, Hitler wanted to build, like, underground roads.
Yeah.
Like, Hitler wanted to build, like, a giant thing that...
Nuclear missile system to take out London.
There was also this giant, like, ark or something that he wanted to build, which was, like, way too large for the Earth to actually support it or something like that.
Possible.
Like, you would have to actually, like...
That's not that historically relevant, all that, but there's a lot of
interesting stuff there. I mean, especially when it comes to, like, crazy people. Like, let's face it, Hitler was crazy.
Psychopath.
There's a lot of interesting stuff that he was thinking about doing.
The man was ambitious. That is true. Yeah.
And a lot of what he was planning is interesting, if not necessarily all of it desirable.
I mean, in the 60s, the United States planned to build a base on the moon, to which to evacuate the president in case of all-out nuclear war. It's a thing. It was called Project Horizon. Never did it, but it was a thing.
I mean, a moon base would still make sense.
It was literally worked on. Well, it was planned. I got one more thing. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah, PB&J's.
I know they are pretty popular, pretty mainstream. A lot of people like it. In my opinion, still underrated because they are the best sandwich that there is. Agree or disagree? You're a huge representative of the ham and cheese type section, right?
Yeah.
But you know what, man? I've been the last days. I've a lot of times I've been having two sandwiches at night. One of them ham and cheese or something like that, some type of meat and cheese, and one of them PB&J. They have aside from each other and try and wage out the positives and negatives against each other. PB&J, man, is for real.
Like, in general, I don't eat that much sweet stuff.
Well, that's what the PB is for. It balances it out.
But I don't know. Like, if I'm actually hungry, I'm usually not going for the sweet stuff.
I don't think it's really the sweet stuff. It's just the perfect combination. It's like pineapple pizza. I made that. I made that cross reference last time when we was talking pineapple pizza. It's like PB&J. It's like the perfect combination, right? Got a sweet touch to it, but it's not just sweet. It's not like you're slapping the whole sandwich full of Nutella. I don't like that, or just honey or nothing else. I don't like that either. But PB&J, fantastic. Great combination. I
mean, I can't disagree, but
favorite sandwich.
The best. It's my
favorite sandwich. All right.
Yeah.
Fair point. If Subway served it, Subway, man, serve PB&J. All right, just do it. I mean,
like footlong.
Yeah, PB&J footlong.
PB&J.
Damn, $5 footlong PB&J. I'm on there. That's all I got too. So you want to get into the song of the week and wrap this?
Yeah, I feel like this has been a long one, man. I feel like it's
been going on for a while.
Yeah.
So what's your song of the week?
My song of the week is Hello Mary Lou.
All right.
And it's a Ricky Nelson version.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
Totally prefer the CCR one.
I actually prefer the Ricky Nelson one, but they're both good.
It's a good song. I'm not gonna disagree with that. You already know that it's Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Let me guess, Danny California.
No. I know. I've known that one for a while.
Okay.
And validated it for a while.
I mean, I know that you've known it for a while, but you said that lately.
You can keep guessing if you want to.
I don't think you said that it was a newer one, so I don't know.
It's actually somewhat of a newer one. It is, fun fact, a song that I got from you, which was, to be fair, half a year back or something like that.
Californication.
Nope, but that
you also got from me, but that was
way back. I got that from you basically during the same time period. I also got this one, which is Under the Bridge.
Okay.
Under the Bridge.
Did I have that first? Okay.
Yes,
I couldn't have told you that.
You got that from me. Through the playlist, which we also need to listen to again because I put some new stuff in there.
Yeah.
But that's unrelated. Under the Bridge, Red Hot Chili Peppers. The Peppers are an underrated band. We are noting down as a future topic music that we undervalue.
Yes.
That's a future topic. Maybe even next week or somewhere in the near future. Thank you for listening. Leave your opinions on everything we said. Louis C.K. specifically. Don't. Just leave your opinions on whatever you want to leave your opinions on. And we're more likely than not going to talk to you. If you can make us laugh with a pun, you get a heart.
Yes.
That fair? Cool. JJ?
That's it.
That's it. Buccaneer.